Built around 1910, this forgotten ship has remained hidden in darkness on the ocean floor for more than a century. But when we finally reached one of the vessel's most isolated sections and opened a secret doorway buried deep within the wreck, what appeared before our cameras was almost impossible to believe. So rather than reveal everything immediately, we decided to show you the entire exploration exactly as it unfolded. From this point forward, you can watch the raw-style footage from our underwater journey. Whenever we encounter something important, I will return to explain exactly what you are seeing and where we are inside the ship. As the Rove moves deeper into the wreck, traces of the ship's former luxury begin emerging from the darkness. Broken first-class furniture, brass lamps, shattered bottles, silver tableware, and pieces of expensive luggage remain scattered throughout the corridor. But among these familiar objects, the camera begins revealing something far more unusual. Several heavy wooden crates, reinforced with thick iron bands, all positioned unusually close to the same sealed section of the vessel. Beyond the passenger areas, the character of the wreck suddenly changes. The corridor becomes narrower, the steel structure grows heavier, and several sections appear deliberately reinforced. Half buried beneath the sediment, our camera finds corroded ammunition containers, brass fittings, and what appears to be an early 20th century firearm. Finding weapons this deep inside a passenger vessel raises an obvious question. What exactly was being protected here? And why was it hidden so far from the public areas? At the end of this reinforced corridor, our path appears completely blocked by collapsed steel panels, timber, and decades of sediment. But after carefully clearing part of the debris, a perfectly straight metal edge begins to appear beneath the wreckage. Nearby, a damaged wooden crate has split open. Inside, several small metallic objects reflect the Rove lights with the distinctive yellow shine. They resemble old coins, but the larger mystery lies directly behind them. Once more debris is removed, the structure becomes unmistakable. Hidden behind the collapsed wall is a massive steel security door, fitted with a heavy mechanical locking system, far stronger than the doors used throughout the passenger areas. Near its base are scattered coins, a tarnished chain, and a decorative object still showing traces of a deep golden surface beneath the corrosion. Everything surrounding this entrance suggests that whatever once lay behind it was considered extremely valuable. The deeper we inspect this reinforced section, the stranger its construction becomes. Unlike the surrounding passenger areas, these walls are unusually thick, and several sections appear deliberately concealed behind collapsed steel, timber, and decades of sediment. At first, there seems to be no entrance at all, but as our rove carefully examines the obstruction, a perfectly straight metal edge begins emerging beneath the debris. Something was built into this wall, and whatever it once protected was clearly never meant to be easily reached. Water finally clears, the ROV enters the hidden chamber. Along one wall sit several iron-reinforced wooden crates, while another section contains heavily corroded rifles, ammunition boxes, brass equipment, and other objects dating from the early 20th century. Farther inside are silver items, jewelry cases, scattered coins, and several small objects still reflecting an unmistakable golden color. But at the very back of the room lies something protected even more carefully. A large, reinforced iron chest buried beneath collapsed debris. When the reinforced iron chest is finally opened, the reason this chamber was hidden becomes much clearer. Inside are stacks of old coins, gold jewelry, ornate pocket watches, sealed documents, and several carefully packed gold objects stored alongside military equipment from the early 20th century. Whether these valuables belonged to wealthy passengers, were being transported in secrecy, or served another purpose may never be known. But after more than a century beneath the ocean, this forgotten room has finally surrendered part of its secret. Thank you for joining Sunken Inside on this exploration. Subscribe for more forgotten shipwrecks, hidden chambers, and mysteries still waiting in the darkness beneath the sea.